Marty, let's get straight into it then. Look down the barrel of that camera and give Erling Haaland a big message.
Erling, thank you so much for your wise words that you gave us at your place in September. Most appreciated, and we did. And those words can be reciprocated. Stay humble, mate.
Do you know, I expect you to be a bit more fiery than that, but that was a really civilised response to Erling Haaland, Marty.
Listen, what you've got to understand, Harry, is we've just absolutely destroyed Manchester City at home, at the Emirates, Super Sunday. We dismantled them like my 4-year-old son dismantles his Lego. Yeah, they got taken apart. They got absolutely, the tide has turned. The tables have turned, and this is not the Man City. Don't forget, they're the defending champions, and we have just done a proper demolition job on them. Unbelievable performance. David Raya, outstanding saves, kept us in the game. 1-0, they equalised, and then, listen, champagne football is back. And that was rolling back the years. And I'd like to see where all these Arteta outfalls are now. And this is something that I've been saying. Everyone's like, oh, why are you so positive? That's why. Because we have just done a proper number on them. Don't forget, they are champions. They've won the Champions League. This is a proper Manchester City. So, okay, they are falling apart, and they are. This is them. They're going to be fighting for Champions.
Every team falls apart, though, don't they? At one point,
they do. They can't. Like I always said, they can't win it every single season. It's just not realistic. Now, this is our time. That team out there today, when you look at that, you got to think. If with Wanyeri, when Saka comes back, we have got a serious team. We kept it tight at the back. We played well. You know, what I loved in that first goal, Havertz pops up. When the ball comes through from Rice to Havertz and he lays it off, he could have been greedy then and he could have taken a shot, but he didn't. And then he passed it on to Odegaard, it's 1-0. At that point in the game, it then went a bit flat for a while. And what I think really rejuvenated that game was Erling Haaland popping up with his goal. And then the team rallied, and that's it, and we just went.
Because there was time before, even if you look back to like last season, if Arsenal conceded that goal midway through the second half, early in the second half, you capitulate
completely. And this is the different team. I remember us going to the Etihad years ago, and I think Xhaka got sent off, and they beat us 5-1, and it feels very similar to that. It feels like we were sort of there or thereabouts at that time, but it feels very similar to that in the way that, you know, I generally feel that this team can go. In the summer, we need a couple of additions. I'm not talking about let's just go and buy someone for the sake of it with a day to go in the transfer window, you know, just to tide you over, to keep the fans happy. Go and buy the proper players, 2 players that we need, another midfielder in the summer and a proper out-and-out goal scorer. That's what we need, and it's not worth spending half the money on someone that's not going to fit properly.
Would you swap Kai Havertz for Erling Haaland right now?
Oh, not after today's performance. I wouldn't know. No, look, listen, Erling Haaland, on his day, he can finish and he can score, and he popped up with a goal today. The guy can finish. He's a powerful guy, you know, and he's the number. Like I said before the game, the numbers don't lie, and you know, I haven't changed with that. He can finish off teams. He's a great player. Kai Havertz, you know, he does well. He missed the sitter earlier, but then he goes on and scores a fantastic goal, which I brings us to 3-1. You know, and that was a big part of that game. When that game gets to 3-1, it's done. Then when you get to 4-1, you're taking liberties. And then when you're getting to 5-1, you're going in hard and you're absolutely dismantling them and sending them packing back to Manchester with their tails between their legs, thinking they've never won nothing. They'll probably be back in Championship or League One like they were years ago.
Adam, straight out of the traps. 5-1 to Arsenal. First things first, is that one of the best performances you've probably seen coming to the Emirates for all these years?
Without any shadow of a doubt, it's my favourite game I've ever seen as an Arsenal fan. And I've been an Arsenal fan for the best part of 25 years now. That is my favourite game I've ever seen. We were absolutely phenomenal, start to finish. Every player gave every single centimetre of effort. And sorry, I can't resist. Stay humble, eh?
Well, what's your message for Erling Haaland then? You said stay humble. Is there anything else you want to say to him?
Think before you speak, mate. I mean, what? You're 23 years of age, and this is going to follow you for the rest of your life now. Absolutely without basis, his comments about Arteta. He's probably one of the most down-to-earth managers in the league. Let's be honest. Like, he's not really got much of an ego, has he? He's pretty down-to-earth sort of guy, and he's coming out saying, stay humble. They didn't even win that game. They drew 2-2. Where's your basis, mate? Erling, where's your basis? That's what I want to say to him. He's got absolutely no basis, and he's going to be hearing Arsenal fans in his ear, in his dreams tonight, and in every night he goes to sleep from now till the end of time.
Is this the catalyst though? Is this from here? Do you go on and win the title?
I mean, I think you got to put it into perspective. Performances like that, if we play like that every week, well, absolutely, hands down, we go on and win the league. Because we go to Anfield, play like that, we'll win as well. But the reality is, games. I feel so pumped right now, so over the moon. But moments went there for us. That party shot, deflection, goal, 2-1. We never took our boot off the throat. We absolutely strangle-held them at that point, and we went on and absolutely smashed them 5-1, which was a deserved win. But I think the reality is, moments are important. Havertz missed that big chance. As he vindicated himself later in the game, lovely finish. The way he celebrated that, you can see what it means to him. But I still think the club need to go and get an absolute killer in the transfer window. Get a killer, get someone clinical, and we bloody well will win the league. I'm telling you now, if they get the right calibre of player, we will absolutely win this league, hands down. I'd like to say as well, just on a personal note, I'd want to make a tribute to my late father. The last game he ever came to me was Man City a couple of seasons ago, where we lost 3-1. So this one's for you, Dad. Absolutely over the moon with that. Absolutely fantastic performance. Every single one of those players should be proud of themselves. And shout out Lewis Skelly, Ethan Nwaneri. I mean, these guys, where they could go in their careers. The ceiling is just incredibly, incredibly high. And that's the thing with this football club at the moment. It's so exciting. It's like you just need one or two final pieces to make this an absolutely magical looking picture. So let's go and do it, Arsenal. Let's go and bloody do it now. This is our time. Let's go and do it. Let's make the most of this, and let's go and win some titles.
Listen, quick fire question, this one. Are you going to catch Liverpool?
Listen, I do believe we will. I've seen these title races before. Like this isn't my first rodeo. I've seen the Arsenal teams. I'm not getting overconfident. We're back to 6 points today. If we draw or lose that, which would have been easy. Listen, you're playing against a Man City side that were fourth in the league. You draw or you lose that, then you lose the momentum. That keeps the pressure on Liverpool. Liverpool, I would rather do the chasing than be chased, because also in the seasons before, we've been the ones that have been chased. And that's sometimes harder, because you've got the points, you know you should win it because you're clear. It's on them to slip up. We're chasing them, and that's the position. I do believe that fixture, the Arsenal-Liverpool fixture, somehow the powers that will be will move that till the last game of the season, just so to make this scintillating. And I believe this will be neck and neck all the way, and it will come right to the wire, and it will go to Anfield, and it could be reminiscent of 88, 89, and we know that story. We know exactly what happened there.
What message have you got for Erling Haaland?
He's got to stay humble. He got humbled today.
Would you swap him for Kai Havertz right now?
It's a tough one because he's a decent goal scorer, but I'll probably keep Havertz. Yeah.
Mate, is this the catalyst for you to go and win the title?
I think that's a massive ask, personally. I can't see us going and winning the title, but I'm confident for some of the other competitions. I think we can actually go far in the Champions League, because in reality, right, Chelsea won the Champions League, coming sixth in the Premier League, so I think we can go far in the Champions League. And even the Carabao Cup, I know that people write the Carabao Cup off, but from what I've seen today, and also when we hit Sport Lisbon, we go up to Newcastle, we can score 3 goals. We can score.
But St James's Park has always been like your kryptonite, though.
It is a bit difficult. The last time I went to St James Park, I think we lost 2-0. If I remember rightly, I think it was like Ben White own goal. And Ruben Morris.
Open the ball in City's there. Open the ball in City's there. Can I just say something?
Well, listen, what message have you got for Erling Haaland?
Erling Haaland, I will keep it PG. Pack it in, lad. You've passed your days. Back to Norwegia. But what I can say is, I tried calling up talkSPORT after the first game we played at their place, and Lewis Skelly played 5 minutes, and he pinned Haaland up by his collar, and he sent him back packing. Today, he had him in his back pocket all game. Get in there! Get in there! Come on, the Arsenal! Come on, the Arsenal!
Come on, the Arsenal!
I'll be on talkSPORT tonight. Get in there. Thank you very much, mate. Get in!
Do you reckon this is the catalyst for you to win the title, or what?
One thing's for sure. No matter how much we win by, no matter how many times we win, we have to stay humble. But no, on a serious point, I think we can take this. There's a long way to catch Liverpool. One thing we've not done this season is score goals consistently. We have to score consistently. We have to battle consistently. We have to win in the Champions League consistently. One thing's for sure, we have to win a trophy this year, and if we win the league, it'll be unbelievable. But one thing's sure, come on the Arsenal!